Hello and welcome to the Sports Bench with Greg and friends. Tonight, I'd like to talk about again the Los Angeles Lakers. It's been a little while since I've watched them play, but last night they played the Boston Celtics, their nemesis in Los Angeles at Crypto Arena. So this game was much aligned because of the fact that the Lakers, for the first time this season, had everybody healthy and ready to go. So this was going to be a really great matchup. Now, the Celtics, as you remember, don't have Jason Tatum. He tore his ACL last year, so they've been playing without him, and they've been playing actually really well. So they continued that pace playing against the Lakers last night. In watching the entire game and seeing how things went, it's just amazing to me that the Lakers go back to when they lose a game, they go back to the very same excuse-driven thoughts. JJ Redick, all the way on down through the players, have something to complain about against the referees. Last night it was a goaltend. They made a big thing about it, and it was correct. The call was bad. There's nothing you can do about that. The refs are not going to change their mind. And it amazes me how Luka Doncic, LeBron James, Austin Reeves, Marcus Smart, to name all of those guys, have to complain about almost every call when they go drive to the lane and their shots either blocked or there was contact but nothing was called. They are complaining to the referees and in their ear as soon as the play is finished. The other team, meanwhile, is running up the floor and scoring a basket. They're basically playing 5-on-4 because the Lakers don't have the full team to play defense. Because usually LeBron James, when something happens to him, he stays at the end of the floor. He doesn't come down unless the play slows down and they start setting up for a half-court offense. Then he'll come trotting on down the floor to play defense. But other than that, you're not going to see him do that. Watch underneath the basket. The Lakers are not good at boxing out. I've been saying this all year. They do not defend well against the rebound, and you have to do that. You have to put a body on somebody. Just can't let them run around you, get to the basket, and get a rebound. The Lakers just stand in place. LeBron James, Luka Doncic are the main guys. So Luka Doncic is 6'7", LeBron James is 6'8.5". These guys are tall enough that they could get rebounds, but do they focus on it? No, they don't. They don't focus on that. So the Lakers end up having to be out-rebounded most nights because their star players don't get it done. Now, the lineups that I've noticed, their starting lineup that they had, that they were so proud of trotting out with Marcus Smart and DeAndre Ayton, Austin Reeves, LeBron James, and Luka Doncic. Okay, this is not a whirlwind team playing defense. Okay, the only guy that can play defense out there regularly and pretty well is Marcus Smart. The other guys, not so much. All right. Now you look at their bench, the guys that aren't starting. Rui Hachimura plays pretty good defense, and he's a pretty good offensive player. Against the Celtics last night, Marcus Smart missed all of his long shots. He didn't make any. Finally, toward the end of the game, I was thinking this myself as we were getting into the fourth quarter, you need some scoring out there because you're falling behind. Plus, you're not defending. So what does Redick do? He keeps with Marcus Smart. He keeps missing his shots. Lakers fall further behind. Finally, he calls on his great three-point shooter to come into the game. It's just frustrating to watch how the team is coached and how they play. They'll go say things like, well, we didn't have the energy, we didn't hustle, we got out-rebounded, whatever your excuse is, it's not good enough anymore. This team is expected to win a championship. It's just the way it is. The LA Lakers, every year, especially when you have a team that's got Luka Doncic and LeBron James on it, you should be thinking that we're going to go all the way to the championship and possibly win. And I've been saying this from the beginning. I've been saying it for a couple of years, and this year especially, I said it in my earlier broadcast, the Lakers will not win a championship this year. They might not even get into the playoffs well enough. I mean, they'll get in the playoffs. Get past the play-in round because their record will be good enough. But they're going to come up against teams like Boston, Oklahoma City, Phoenix Suns, Houston Rockets. All these teams are up and coming, and what they do well is they play defense. Last night you watched a rookie with the Celtics playing defense against LeBron James, and he was definitely overeager, and he was in LeBron's face. LeBron tried to respond a few times, take it to him, and it didn't work out very well. All right. Now he got fouls, yeah, but when someone picks up the defense, a 41-year-old player against a young guy who's 22 years old, there's really defensively not much you can really do. I mean, LeBron James is still a marvel at his age. Don't get me wrong. There's not shades against him. He's 41 years old. You just have to realize that he's not the player that he was. Everybody will admit that, besides myself. So the Lakers need to be able to play defense the entire game, and especially toward the end. You need to have the lineups out there that can play defense. Who can play defense with the Lakers? Lariva is one good guy. Marcus Smart can play defense. They've got several other players on the bench that can play defense. And, you look at them, you look at the guys that were playing in the second unit when LeBron was out of the game, and some of the other players were out of the game, some of the starters. There was a lot of energy. Their defense was really good. You have Jackson Hayes, there's they're finally starting to talk about it in the media. They've been ignoring Jackson Hayes all year long, all last year, and Redick, even because of all the things being said about him, he went ahead and took him out against the series, their only playoff series, because he deemed that he was just a defensive liability. Oh, come on, Redick. What's wrong with you? This guy is a good player. He's developing. He's young. He's athletic. He's definitely a rim runner, and Luka likes playing with him. He's the athletic kind of center that you need. He needs more minutes, not Ayton. Ayton is not giving you what you need. You got Ayton because you want some scoring. You want some interior defense. Interior defense is not good at all with him in there. Jackson Hayes, you have a better shot at playing the interior defense. And you can match in some other players from the bench to be able to play that defense and have that energy. You're just not seeing it with Ayton. I've been saying all year long, he's stiff. He's a walking body stiff. He doesn't play above the rim very well. His timing is not really good, and he's got really clumsy hands. When throws come from LeBron or from Luka Doncic, a lot of times it surprises him and he drops the ball or he gets it stolen from him. Come on, watch the games. This is exactly what's happening. So Redick needs to figure out a better lineup. Why is he sticking with this? The other complaint I have, it's just like clockwork. Just watch LeBron an entire game for me once. Just watch LeBron. Watch what happens. Watch when he comes in. Watch when he goes out. At the 6-minute mark in every quarter, he goes to the bench. And then about 2 minutes left in every quarter, he comes back. Okay, that's very predictable. If I'm the other team, I know that rotation because J.J. Redick is not deciding when to put LeBron James in the game. LeBron James is deciding when he wants to play. So he's sitting at the end of the bench. He went out with 6 minutes. He's watching the clock. Gets to about 2 minutes left in the quarter. He walks right past Redick, right to the hall. Right to the table to go into the game. There is no coaching going on here. Logically, you're going to play players based on performance, based on how much energy they have. How many shots are they making? How good defensively are they staying with their man? The Lakers play such bad man-to-man defense because they're so slow that they play a soft zone almost the entire game. And that soft zone constitutes, when LeBron's out there, him floating. He's floating in the middle. Just watch the game and watch LeBron. He floats. So he's not necessarily covering a man. He will once in a while, but then he expects the other players to cover his butt if something happens. If he's out of position, then he expects a younger player to jump out there and be able to contend a three or be able to get a rebound. He just stands around a lot. He's 41 years old. It's like watching an old-timers game, all right? He doesn't run much. He only trots, and basically he does not very quick. He loses his man on defense. Just watch the game, and you'll see this. I'm not making these stories up. Just watch LeBron. Watch how he's out of position on defense. The Lakers are forced to play a soft zone, which is not a good defense against good teams like the Celtics, against Oklahoma City, which the Lakers have normally lost against because they can't defend them. They got too much athleticism to be able to get beat. So the Lakers need to stop playing guys just to play guys. I would go through the top team from top to bottom, and one of the first things I would do is I would not play LeBron James with Luka Doncic. I would start the game with LeBron James and Luka Doncic, but I would figure out during the game is that LeBron comes in, Luka goes out. Luka comes back, LeBron goes out. Okay, you have a better offensive scoring opportunity. Your defense is going to be better. As the time Laravia comes in for LeBron, he does a better job defensively. Okay, it's just the way it is. Just watch the game, and you will see that that's true. All right, Luka Doncic and LeBron James play turnstile defense. They turn their upper bodies. The guys pass them before you know what. They will not slide over and play any help defense. If you know anything about basketball, you know what help defense is. If you're within distance of a guy and a guy's driving the lane, if you can get over there and stop the ball, force them to throw it out, then that's what you want. But it seems like the Lakers are more worried about the three-pointer being scored. So LeBron James, Luka Doncic, all these guys just stand there as a guy runs right past them like 2 feet away. All he would have had to done to stop the ball was just slide over 3 or 4 feet. They're still quick enough to do that. LeBron is still quick enough to do that, but he doesn't do it. He stands there, watches them go by. That's it. You know, and that's just the way it is. And that's why you're losing games, because you don't play defense properly. You're playing a soft zone. You're not sliding over. You're not playing help defense. You're not boxing out on the boards. You're not finding a man and making sure he's blocked so he doesn't get around you to get a rebound. The Lakers are doing none of that. These players are doing none of that. All right. You can see, a blind man could see it in a second. All right. Without even watching the game. When you just hear the scores and when you hear the people talking, you know what's going on. And the Lakers are being beat by more athletic teams, better coached teams, more efficient teams, and better shooting teams, better defensive teams. They're getting beat. And when you get in the playoffs, that's showing up every night. Not every other night. Like during the season, you play 82 games, so you know you're kind of cruising a little bit. Once you get a good record and you're playing toward the top of the division or the top of the league, you know, you can slow down and cruise a little bit. But in the playoffs, you're bringing it every night because it's do or die. The Lakers will not survive that because they're not playing that in the 82-game schedule. They're not. And it's sad to see it. I mean, James Worthy the other night criticized the Lakers for just how they didn't even show up. They're playing the Celtics. This is their rival. This is somebody you don't want to lose to. You do anything you want to try to, anything you got, you got to try to beat them. And the Lakers just didn't show up. They're more concerned about contending for goaltends or bad calls and all this stuff. God, stop it. Just stop it. You guys shut your mouths and start playing the game. Play some defense. Get some energy there. Slide over and help somebody. No, they don't do it. So they're going to continue losing. All right, well, that's my video for tonight. Again, thank you for watching. I do appreciate it. If you'd like to give me a like for the video, please do. If you'd like subscribes, that would be wonderful. And I will talk to you in my next video. Have a great day. Bye-bye.